Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zach. Today I'm going to be talking about GNUS, Genius Brands International Corporations. I'm going to go through technical analysis quickly, and then news and anything you can find about this one. Now, ahead of time, I gotta apologize. I've cut my tongue, so I'll sound a little bit weird, but I'll try to pronunciate everything I can. Let's jump right into it. So, on a 1 week perspective, the chart does look a little bit uglier in this sense. ADX shows in a very strong negative trend that is very unsustainable, so we'd probably see a reversal at some point. Willing percent R puts this one somewhere at a point where it's oversold, and the MACD looks like it's going to be attempting a positive reversal as now the momentum here looks like it's quite stable and nothing significant is happening. Now on a 1 day perspective, what we get to see here is MACD that has actually gone towards the positive side, so that is amazing. An 80x that what we can get to see is a potential of a trend forming. Willing percent R is somewhere around overbought. Moving averages are bearish, but it looks like they're attempting towards a positive trend, so that's positive. Now on the moving average band, for the sake of the argument, 129 at the top, 118 in the middle, and 106 on the bottom, although they don't mean anything. As you can get to see, they rarely ever trade within it. Now the stochastic fast and stochastic slow shows in a warning sign that it might see a negative reversal sometime soon. Fibonacci retracements doesn't make sense to put at this level, so what we're going to do is supports and resistances at this level. Current resistance sits at 125. Above there we're looking up to 131. Above there we're looking at 138. Above there we're looking at 148, and then 153 to 158. Supports 115, 115, 110, so 110, 104 around the 101 mark. Now let's go on towards anything we can find about this one and a little bit of an update from my past videos. So I pulled up all the SEC filings I can find. Before then, a bit about their brands. They have some of their brands including Genius, Baby Genius, Llama, Rainbow Rangers, Secret Millionaires Club, Space Pop, and the Stan Lee Superhero Kindergarten, and the Thomas Edison Lab. Oh, that's some of them. That's not even all of them. Now, some of the SEC filings. A recent CEO letter towards their shareholders basically gives them the kind of 5 pillars that they're going on with the company itself. The cartoon channel, Stan Lee's universe, our Tentelope animated content brands, the Genius balance sheets, and acquisitions. So one of the latest acquisitions they're going for is Chiz.com or Chizcom, and basically the acquisition will have around $100 million in annual aggregated media spend. Chizcom is the largest single purchasers of children's media in North America. They spend more on children's advertising than anyone, including well-known TV advertisers like Hasbro, Mattel, or Lego. Now, the acquisition of Chizcom Beacon will be a transformational event for Genius Brands. And here's some of the class medias. So they work with Nickelodeon, including Disney Watch, Cartoon Network, Disney Junior, what else? YouTube, a bunch of others as well. ABC, Fox, Food Network, HGTV, etc. YouTube, Walmart, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Hulu, Spotify. So quite significant operations there. The Cartoon Network, basically the caliber of the core children's content itself, technology of how and where we deliver the content to the children, and extremely friendly interface. Basically, that's why they think it's gonna prosper, including things, for instance, that was virtually available everywhere, either on Amazon Prime, Fire, Apple TV, Android TV, Samsung Ones, Tubi, Cox Cable, Roku, etc. Available also on the App Store. Next pillar is Tentelope Animation Brand, and that's including in Rainbow Rangers, Llama, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten, and Shaq's Garage. They also have toys for these kind of products as well. They have Arnold Arnold here, as well as one of the anime or one of the voiceover artists or actors. And then Shaq's Garage. So that's basically owned by Shaq O'Neal. And then Stan Lee's Universe as well. So that's one of the largest in terms of Hollywood. And they have the intellectual property for some of their products, include basically the Stan Lee's originals when it comes in towards their Kindergarten Hero show. So basically, if I read this quickly here, we have important things coming up forth with this one kind assets. I'm authorized to share today that we're working with Marvel Studios on an important Stan Lee's initiative, which we'll be announcing shortly. Massive PR coming up. Like everything that Stan Lee touched, I can assure you that all shareholders, it will be significant. Announcements will be worth the wait. Balance sheet. So they have the balance sheet here. I'm going to go through it in a second, but it does look like they have an ambition towards going on towards positive. And out of their top 15 shareholders includes BlackRock, Vanguard, and CalPERS. And they're working with them to be able to get that kind of solid balance sheet. Now, moving on. GNUS Brands International announces strategic acquisition of Swisscom. I already mentioned that $100 million transaction. GNUS Brands International and Penguin Young Readers launched Llama Llama branded merchandise promotion as a part of the Kohl's Care collection. Announces $58 million in direct offering that gives them a lot of cash. Explains the $100 million acquisition as well. That's how they're raising some of it. Shaq's O'Neal Garage. That's the animated series. So that's October 26th. They're available on Samsung for smart TVs. All right. Announces Mark Rosenberg as the president of Global Brands and chief marketing officer. Already covered that a while ago. The Rainbow Rangers premiered on Nickelodeon Jr. That was a while ago as well. Cartoon Classroom for animated educational content. That's really amazing in terms of being an academic and having something to watch that's a bit more educational. Karen McTiger joins GNUS Brands as the board of director. That was a while ago. Hedgehog and Pac-Man as well, animated series. They have the license for that. GNUS Brands International comments on meritless litigation. Nothing significant on that in terms of sense for us. They have as well the Yu-Gi-Oh series, so that's attached, or sorry, that's acquired by them. They also have their Power Range or Rainbow Rangers toys from Maddles Fisher Price that are on Walmart now, nationwide, and Amazon. So that's huge. They have their app, even though it went top 10 in the first 24 hours, thanks to shareholders themselves. But you know, that's something to kind of mention. They have their blog here. Nothing significant here that I would say basically like a pinpoint on. But let's take a quick look into their quarters before doing the presentation. So quarters, March 31st, and then June, and then September. So from March to June, total assets went from, we're looking at 35 million to 83 million. September, 79, so a little bit of decrease there. Total liabilities, it's now 16, went down from almost 20, from going around 30. So total liabilities decreased. That's amazing. Now going on towards revenues, we're looking down from 200, or let's do total revenues, 334,000, going on towards 560,000, really positive. And then revenues here around 273, so they slacked a lot on there. Total loss of operations currently sits at 3.34 million from 2.4 million negative from 1.76. So that doesn't look good, I'd say, but net loss from all operations all the way down. So we're looking at 2 million currently. Previously, we're looking at 383 million. Okay, so a bit of an improvement there, but a big chunk of it goes on to warrant revaluation expense and conversion option revenue expense. So that's more of an anomaly. And it was before around 5.8 negative. So it looks like warrant revaluation expense and as well as their conversion option revaluation expense, that is where their majority of their expense is going. You get to see this year they made positive, or sorry, this quarter they made positive on it, and that's why you have one of the best net losses in terms of quarters. Still, not a very solid balance sheet, and I hope to see a little bit more in terms of improving it. Now towards the presentation. So I did cover a lot of this before. Try to go with anything significant. Llama Llama, Rainbow Superhero. I already covered all this except Cosmic one, I believe. Dell, Baby Genius, Martha and Friends, and the rest I mentioned earlier in the video. Llama Llama is on the second season on Netflix. Rainbow Rangers is on Nickelodeon Junior. And Stan Lee's one has partnered with Alibaba, launching Cartoon Channel, and in US Youku Kids in China in 2021. So there's still going to be a launch in 2021 for this one. Stan Lee's Universe as well. So they're partnering up with Marvel Studios, as I did mention before. So that's really bullish. Other than that, toys, 375 SKUs and counting, and 150 SKUs and counting as well. For the Llama Llama, this one is for the Rainbow Rangers, and over 65 merchandise licensed with over 500 product SKU total, over 90 countries in total. So that is quite significant there. For one reason, we're coming in towards the holidays and a lot of gifts being exchanged. So I would expect a bit more of shares or revenue comes in from the retail, Black Fridays and Christmas, etc. Now, institutional buyers, doesn't seem anything significant there. It's just kind of back and forth, a bit more mixed, a little bit more on the fear side, as you can get to see. Insider buyers, nothing significant for a while. Ed, what do you think about this one? Okay, so I'm gonna be frank. This one here, when you look into the chart all the way back to 1173, that was a massive bump, right? It was based on solid details, but it was a massive bump. Do I think it's probably going to be in the next 10 years higher than this level? Yeah, I think there's going to be improvements. The Marvel news, that's really bullish. It's trading at a lower level than I would like it to. And I think this one, I'll probably, at some level, throw $1,000 or maybe $5,000 and leave it there for the next 5 years. I think that one's a safe bet if they actually fix the balance sheet. That is my only concern. Other than that, on paper, this one looks amazing, sounds amazing, and I think that their operations will have a future. What do you think about this sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful day.